So we're gonna give this a shot here with my first cooking video, and I got this recipe out of one of my favorite magazines, Strength Matters. They're actually out of the UK, and there's this guy in there, Tim Harrison. He puts some great recipes in this magazine every single month, and he's got one here, and I thought it would be perfect not only for S3 but also going forward. A lot of people tell us, I get kind of sick of eggs in the morning, and this is a super easy recipe to make. And the cool thing about it too is there's just a few ingredients: 2 egg whites, some Greek yogurt, and white vinegar, and that's it. You can add some fruit and nuts, as I'll do at the end, but besides that, it's pretty easy. So I know a lot of you, some of you tell me, I don't really like the flavor of Greek yogurt, and there's something about this recipe that it just blunts the taste of it. I don't know if that's the way to put it, but it's just not as strong of a taste when you take these egg whites and fold it in. So I'm just going to briefly go through this recipe, and we'll see what happens here. All right, experiment number 1. So I've already measured out a teaspoon of white vinegar, and I'm just going to put that in the bowl, and then just take a clean towel and clean it out here. And this actually, according to Tim, helps with the egg whites, for them to form stiff peaks, and also you got a super clean bowl, right? So we'll just pop that into the KitchenAid. I already measured out my egg whites, so I'm popping those bad boys in there, dump them in, and I'm going to turn on the old KitchenAid and walk away from it because it's noisy. So here we go. And while that thing's going, I'm just going to measure out my yogurt. So I'm just using Chobani plain Greek yogurt, non-fat. And the reason I like to use non-fat yogurt is if I want to add some fat with nuts or something, that works great. So if I go non-fat, I don't have to worry about the fat that's in there. I can add what I want to. So we're just going to use a couple cups of yogurt. And each cup of this particular yogurt has 22 grams of protein. I'm adding about another 7 or so with the egg whites. So this, if you say this is 2 servings, that's about 50 grams of protein, 51 grams of protein. So if you're a lady, half this recipe gets you your serving of protein. And guys, you could eat almost the whole thing and get 50 grams of protein at one sitting, which is quite a bit. So I'm just measure that 2 cups of yogurt in there. Let's go check the egg whites. That's not quite as exciting as watching grass grow, but we're getting there. So I'm just gonna let that go until we get some stiff peaks formed here, and we're about there. Yep, I'd say we're well there. So let's take this off. Just get those back in there. So I'm just gonna take the same spoon that I chewed that on. I'm just gonna take just a little bit of this, not too much, and I'm just gonna mix that in there. And that gets it well incorporated. It also thins the Greek yogurt out a little bit, so that will allow me to fold the rest of the egg whites in there a little easier. So we'll just mix that in there until it's well incorporated. Excellent. Now we'll just start folding the rest of the egg whites in, so don't have to put it all in there at the same time. Just fold them over. You don't want to go too heavy here. You don't want to stir at this point. But I don't know if you can tell, but already this Greek yogurt is starting to lighten up. And if you've eaten Greek yogurt before, it's very thick. And some people don't like the texture. Some people don't like the taste. But these egg whites in there are something else. They really lighten it up. Give it a great taste. So let's finish folding these bad boys in here. Yeah, I probably could have used a bigger bowl. But, I'm a guy, what do I know? So we're just going to fold that in. Can you tell how light that is compared to regular Greek yogurt? Love that. So once we get that incorporated in there, I'm gonna grab a bowl here, and we'll just put some in the bowl. About half of that's going in there. Nice, nice. And as you can see, I got a few berries. I'm just gonna toss a few berries on here, and a little slivered almonds. And that doesn't look too bad, does it? So you can stir those in there. Enjoy that. Like I said, 25 grams, 50 grams of protein, depending on how much of it you eat. How long did that really take me? Prep time was a couple minutes before I got on camera here, and then you know, just a very few minutes, and this is really tasty. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Coach Dean out.